Hey guys, your glow up has arrived. It is the Beauty Edit by FabFitFun. I finally got my February box. This seems to take forever, and I think it's so weird that on the first of the month they'll bill you automatically. And I noticed that a lot of people don't get their boxes for a couple of weeks. Now I got another good deal because I had like $7, like in my credit to be able to use, and because I had canceled and was not a member on either one of my sites, so to speak, I have two different accounts, I was able to put this in my cart and treat it like an edit sale. And so mine didn't actually get purchased until like around the 13th of February. So maybe that's why it took so long to get here. But I mean, it just got here yesterday. So I mean, it takes a long time for them to get these out. I just find it odd because I start seeing others have their regular FabFitFun subscription that they, get billed on the first. And then you don't really start seeing these coming out until more toward the third week, like the second, third week, and I'm talking about the end of the second week. So I'm not sure about that, but anyway, I feel like I got a good deal. My box is worth around $150, and because I had that $7, I ended up paying like $22 and something. I wasn't gonna get it, but I'll show you why I did. And this is the beauty box, Ooh La La, and of course, they got their brown paper in there. And I've got 4 items in here. And I know you've seen most of everything. One item was the reason I got the box. It paid for itself. The first thing that I do have is the Drunk Elephant. These are the DeBronzi Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. Now, with that said, there's one thing I want to mention about FabFitFun, them doing their box. They put this in the customs. I think this was in the customs. So then you turn around and you can customize it in this box. I don't know. To me, that just seems redundant. And this is like a bronzy color. And I know everybody likes the Drunk Elephant. I know Drunk Elephant is a great product. But why have it in both customs? So I don't know how this edit box is going to really do in the long haul, because just about everything that you can get in this box, you can end up getting it either in the edit sale or in your customized box. But this is anti-pollution fortified bronze. And let me just, first, before I do that, let me just shake it up. And then let me just drop a couple of drops out so we can see a color. I'm just going to do one drop because I don't know how potent it is. You guys know that some of this stuff is really, really potent. Now, if I was to bronze it, let me look at my mirror here. You can see that I put that on. I think it bronzed it a little bit. And this is really potent. So yeah, I guess it bronzed it on. I still have some. I just did that little drop. I'm just going to put some up here. And then I'm going to run it down my nose, bronze my nose a little bit. Okay, just that little bit went a long ways. And I guess it did bronze up my cheeks just a little bit. I do have on, of course, Mario highlighter and some others, so I'm kind of glowing right now anyways. But now I got a little extra glow. All right, so this isn't bad. I don't remember what the value was. I'll write it across there. But, to me it's free because the one thing I wanted I haven't shown you yet. So anyway, I got this. The next thing that I got, and I don't know if it was customization 2 or not, it was 2 or 3, was the Kosas. And I didn't know I already have a Kosas. I did the wet lip oil in another box of the customizations. And this is the Jellyfish Glossy Clear. So this is not going to have a color. It's going to be more clear. And I will probably, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I may give it away, but it's the wet. And I'll just say this is okay. I'm going to show you what it looks like, but I'm not going to put it on. It doesn't really have a scent. Now, Kosas is a very clean brand. If you're wanting a clean, natural brand that is known for using good quality and sticking with it, because we got a bunch of them out there that don't. They say they do, and they don't. So Kosas is one of those clean beauties like Ilia that you can trust. This came with an instructions for the bronzer, so I was just putting it back in there because I don't know if I'll keep that or not. The next thing we have is another Kosas product, and this was in number 3, and this is Soul Laser Intensifying Gel Eyeliner. And I got it in one of those creamy colors. This is Gravitate, maybe not. Well, it says Gravitate Creamy Beige. Well, I hope it's cream because that's what I wanted. I want to see how it compares to my Estee Lauder. So yeah, it's definitely a cream. And it shows it to be a cream on here. And let me get this down. And I just might put it right there where you can see how it lights up your eyes. Just using a little bit of a light color on the insides of your eyes will really light them up and open them up. And then I could use that in my waterline. I'm not going to put that on there. I've got Estee Lauder cream in my waterline right now, but I want to compare this and use this because I think this might be a cleaner product than my Estee Lauder. So I was very interested in that. So that's good, and I'll use that. And then the last thing that I got, and I know a lot of people were like, why do they have this in a beauty box? But they had the Lemme Metabolism Lean Body Mass Gummies. These have vitamin B12 and ginger. And it also has, it's clinically studied for Chromex. And I'm not quite sure what that is, but I want to say that's probably picolinate. Let me see what it says on here. You got your sugars, you got your B12 is 25 micrograms, you've got your chromium, the chromium picolinate. That's what that is. It's 600 micrograms, and you need chromium picolinate to get that metabolism heading off and going good. It's got 10 milligrams of sodium, and then it's got organic apple cider, 500 milligrams. It's 5% acetic acid is the standard, and then ginger root extract, 10 milligrams. And that must be the official name there. But anyway, I wanted to try these because number one, ginger does speed up your metabolism. Did you know that a lot of the people like in the Philippines and Vietnam and those areas, maybe even Asia, they eat a lot of ginger. I mean, just the root itself, or they'll brew it like in a tea for health reasons. Now, I don't know all the benefits to ginger, but I know it's got a lot. And so that's why I got this. This here would have cost me $30 to buy it. So, I mean, to get it in this box, and then I got my box for $22. That was a great purchase. And you're supposed to take 2 gummies, and they look like this, and you can kind of tell they got that gingery look. Let's see how they taste. I can taste the ginger. Not bad. Lean Body Mass Gummies. Here's the other ingredients in case you want to snapshot that. It's pretty clean. You know, I think the Kardashians do the Lemme product, and just using common sense, they're probably going to make a product that works, okay? Because they all want to be skinny. They all want to be young looking. They all want this and that. So they're going to find a product and produce it. And I kind of think that's why some of these work so well. You know, there's a lot of supplements that we buy. They don't do a darn thing for you. Some of them just pass through your body. They don't do nothing. And you don't know which ones are doing and which ones aren't unless you happen to find a good, reputable brand that you can see the results and you can feel them. Now, I just got this, so I can't say this has good results. I can just say it tasted good. But I can tell you the matcha B12 gummies that they have and their hair, skin, and nails, they work. My hair and my skin, they all, you know, of course I have psoriasis. I can't help that. But even that will help that. I think it helps keep my skin and my hair growing. It keeps my nails growing and healthy. So the Lemme products, in my opinion, and I know we're not on, this is not a health box, okay? Maybe they're going to come out with one. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think Ipsy's going to come out with a health box. I don't know. So anyways, this is my Wellness Wednesday part of my video today, because it is Wednesday. This is coming out, and this just happened to be the main feature that I wanted in this beauty edit box by FabFitFun. That was my main thing that I wanted. So I mean, you know, takes all kinds. So I got my Drunk Elephant, I got my Kosas lip gloss, and I got my Kosas liner. And I have noticed that they've put a lot of clean beauty in these choices from FabFitFun. And you've seen different ones from everybody else's February boxes. Now, I don't think I'm going to get the March box, but I may look into April. You know, it just depends. If there's something in there like this that I really want to try, it's worth the buy. And you can subscribe. It's $29.99 a month, and you can unsubscribe anytime. So it's easy peasy. And I just want to say too, when you buy it through the edit sales and you drop it in there, if you have any credits, you can use your credits with the purchase on that. I've done it twice now, so unless they stop it, you can do that. If you just want a particular box, subscribe, then unsubscribe if you don't want the next box. I mean, that's easy. So anyways, that's my beauty edit box for today. And hey guys, the Dollar Tree train's coming out this Saturday, and so be sure and be on the lookout. It's 2 p.m. Central or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, look at your clocks, figure where you are. We're in Central Time here in Texas, and I always set it for my time at 2 p.m. Central. But you will see 3 p.m. on some of the ads, and it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But as for today and my beauty edit box, that's all I have. And as usual, I wish you all a blessed and happy day. Bye-bye.